Hey Collective, how are you all today? Evie and I are doing good. Thank you all for being here, for spending your time with us. We love you. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Collective. Let's tap in and let's get a reading for you guys and see what's in the energy for today. What do we need to know about Spirit? Okay. What's in the energy for the Collective? We got ghost, disappearing, cold and distant, no contact, and leaving behind. So someone could have been ghosted, pulled the disappearing act. We got closed off. Someone's triggered. Okay, someone could have ghosted someone. They're full of anxiety. They refuse to give in. A silence within, being closed off and shut down. Even though someone is triggered, or someone ghosting someone and closing themselves off from someone has caused anxiety and triggers. Ready to explode. Flashbacks. Getting caught in an act doing something. Childhood wounds that need to be healed. We got confused. Someone's feeling lost and confused. They feel invisible. There's a void inside, trying to run away from what they're feeling. Could have triggered an abandonment wound here. We've got risk. With a deadline separation. Partner to partner, not thinking, taking a risk with an unsafe decision, creating a separation and a distance. There's a deadline. Time's running out. Someone's on the edge. Can't wait any longer to do it. An intervention came in. We got jealousy, and it came out in reverse with a phone call, so someone's not jealous. They could be acting like they're not jealous. Someone could get triggered. Being envious and petty, seeking attention, talking behind someone's back. Someone that ghosted someone could have done all of this. They could make you jealous. They could have tried to trigger you and confuse you. Could be trying to understand why someone ghosted or separated themselves in a situation here. We have a call. Unblocking. Hearing your voice, expressing what they feel in a conversation. Someone could be in their emotions. Around fall. Something could have been significant. You could be an earth sign, or an earth sign could be involved. There could be an unexpected phone call or visit from someone here that ghosted you and pulled a disappearing act. They could be riding by your house, knocking on your door. They could have gotten someone pregnant. That could have been why they ghosted someone. It could be looking back at pictures of you, thinking about the times that they had. Someone could have triggered someone in the fall. Someone's closed off their emotions. Someone could take a risk and visit someone. They can't wait any longer. They're looking at photos, thinking about you, dwelling about what happened in the past. There's been a long silence and distance. This person could be longing for you. They could be triggered. Their emotions are in and out. You could have this person blocked after they ghosted you, or they could have blocked you when they ghosted. This person could have been closed down to you emotionally, or could have been emotionally manipulative. This person could have tried to make you jealous and it didn't work, so it could have made them mad. Playing mind games, pulling on your heartstrings, playing with your feelings, stringing you along, took advantage of you. And then they just ghosted and ran away into the sunset to begin an adventure somewhere else with another family. Now they just don't want to face the truth. They're in denial. They dismissed you and your feelings. They contradicted themselves. They refused to give in with divine feminine, divine masculine. And you just want this person to stay away from you. Someone may have ghosted you and wanted you to chase them. They took that risk. They weren't thinking when they did this. They could have thought that you were going to chase them, and you didn't. And they didn't expect this distance to be like this. Now, for some reason, time's running out. Can't wait any longer. They're dwelling in the past. They know how they treated you. They tried to make you jealous, and it didn't work. Tried to play with your feelings, stringing you along. You were onto this person. They closed off their emotions towards you, which made you shut down towards them. They confused and triggered you. And the distance that they pulled away from you, all it started doing was allowing you to feel those feelings that were triggering you coming to the surface, so that you could figure out what was going on, so that you could heal. You don't want to hear this person's voice. You don't want this person in your emotional energy, because they don't deserve to be there. You could be a mother figure, father figure, could have had children with this person, or someone could have trapped them in a pregnancy when you separated. Someone could have cheated and gotten someone pregnant on purpose to trap them. Someone's little game didn't play out the way they thought it would. Because you didn't fall for the okie doke. You didn't fall for their trick or their traps anymore. You started getting onto this person. We have divination. Someone could be getting readings on you, or watching readings. We've got a karmic masculine on the split that closed off their emotions. Someone could call a psychic and have a conversation with a psychic to get a reading, to find out what happens now that they've ghosted someone and there's no contact. Wondering if you're going to unblock them if they try to have a conversation, to express their emotions, knowing that they were closed down before. This person's very triggered. A breakup or something. A third party could have come in the fall, and then an earth sign it could be you, it could be them, don't have to be, it's just what's here. Earth sign could have confused someone here and abandoned them, took a risk, spreading a false narrative, gossiping, slandering, talking about you behind your back. Someone that you separated with could have gotten someone pregnant at their job. They could have been sneaking around with someone in the workplace. There's a deadline. They're reminiscing about the lustful energy that they had towards you. They tried to make you jealous and pull on your heartstrings and create conflict, and it didn't work. And now they're full of animosity. You could be in this rising star energy. This person could be going to jail. They're pissed, possibly what they heard in a reading, because with animosity and divination, with the ghost and call, could be trying to talk to their spirit guides about what to do. They're pissed off. And this karmic masculine here, or karmic feminine, you flip it how it resonates. There's no gender in tarot, just flip it how it resonates, but don't force anything to fit. They're all in their emotions because you're in this rising star energy and you're doing better without them in your life. They were holding you back. Whoever they got in a third party situation with could be triggered right now around the fall, because they could end up going to jail or prison. Somebody's going to jail. They walked out and abandoned a divine being here. That's why you were so confused. Spreading false narratives about your spiritual gifts. They weren't thinking. This is backfiring in their face. They walked away and separated from you, divine feminine, divine masculine. You're this sweetheart. You could be known in the community from your occupation. They left you for someone, could have gotten someone pregnant. You could have caught this person. lust and a lot of work and hard labor and effort put into lustful energy, that there's a deadline that has to be met. Reminiscing, looking at your photos in lustful energy could be trying to harvest your energy through masturbation, looking at your photos. Trying to create conflict and endings on your pathway because they didn't want you in this. They knew you were in this divine being energy, trying to put endings to what you were doing in your life. And then they just walked away and abandoned. And now they have the audacity to have animosity towards you when they're the ones who created this whole fucking mess that you had to heal from and survive. Could have really affected your finances, could have affected your stability and your security in your life and in your home. You could have felt like you were trapped in this situation with this person, or this person is triggered now because they feel like they're trapped in this third party situation, and since they did everything that they did towards you, there's no way in hell you're going to let this person fucking walk back in and do it all over again and think that they can possibly fucking redeem themselves after all of the trauma that they've caused. Getting back with this person would just be creating a trauma bond all over again. And that's extremely karmic, and there's going to be a lot of karma that's going to come along with that. And every bit of this person's karma for what they did to you, it's going to be coming right back into your life. And with you being this divine being, they want you to transmute this energy. They want you to deal with the karma that they created. Fuck that. No. Hell no. You get to fuck off. You're going to deal with your own fucking karma. Everybody on this planet has karma, and we all have to deal with our own fucking karma. It's not your responsibility. My suggestion, you can do whatever you want, but my suggestion is don't take this person back. Looks like they could be triggered and get all in their emotions and try and contact someone here. And they're jealous because you're doing well. They're lusting after you. They look at your photos, dwelling about the past and the good times that you had, thinking about you. They're in very nostalgic energy right now. They're on edge. The time is running out and they can't wait any longer. They're longing for you. It's an unsafe decision to be partner to partner with this person if they visit or pop up or call and express that they want to meet up. This person's very triggered right now. They're ready to explode. You could have caught in the act with triggered around fall, third party sitch and imprisonment. Someone could have actually caught this person in the actual act with who they were cheating with, or met them in messages, or something could happen to where whoever they left you for, they're going to end up going to jail or prison here for something that they've done. And they've definitely tried to defame your character, talking down on your spiritual gifts, and you're coming out as this divine gifted being. You could be a reader. Some of you may know how to read tarot or use divination. And occupation and work, labor, and efforts are both out here touching each other at the diagonal. This could have been someone that you worked with for some of you. They could have created problems in the workplace. If someone tries to, come by your house, they could be lying about why they're really there. They took a risk, they weren't thinking, and decided to pop up with an unexpected visit. They could be withholding information of why they're truly there. And with gift underneath it, they could even have some kind of spell work going on here. They could have hired someone to do divination that involves entities with this ghost card here. Okay, let's draw from this deck. So they've definitely trapped themselves in this mess that they've made. They're pissed about it. And they're mad about whatever readings they're hearing. They could be watching readings online. They could be calling someone to get a reading for guidance. Someone's occupation could have changed. There could have been an affair in the workplace. We got toxic. The dark side, a vicious circle of someone who's in very toxic energy, destructive relationship, manipulative, and they're gaslighting. Yep. Pattern of relationship issues, bad habits. It's a no-win situation. And it's just a vicious karmic cycle that needs to be broken and not gone back into. And each time that it repeats, it's going to get even worse. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. That's what demons do. Demons steal joy. That's part of their job. So this person's allowing their inner demons and their childhood wounds that are unhealed to trigger them, and they could end up behind bars. Somebody's getting ready to get exposed for what in the hell they've been out here doing. A fragile heart, too open, in danger of heartbreak. We've got this person's being very childish. They're very immature, and they are emotionally immature. They've got a lot of inner healing work that needs to be done. They're in the shadow aspect of the being. This person could end up going through a dark night of the soul, having to face themselves, and then they could be reminiscing and having to face what they did to you. This could be part of their karma that's coming in right now, where they're going to have no choice but to face themselves, have that ego death, and go through the dark night of the soul. Someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the terms should be grow up or get out. And you could have told this person to get to fucking stepping because of how immature and freaking childish and reckless they were. Yeah, teasing you, dangling partial truths, needing answers, always shifting the blame, gaslighting, extremely manipulative, very emotionally manipulative as well. You had to get away from this person. God's rejection is protection. There's permanent endings with this situation. Adrift, not willing to settle down or be responsible. Time to commit and put down roots. This person could have been acting like they were going to commit just to string you along, but they never really had any intention in doing it. With a conquest here, just another notch in the headboard or the real deal. Actions speak the loudest. And so they could have love bombed, and to be able to circle back around to gaslight, manipulate. You could have been dealing with a narcissist here. You could have been, the supply. Looks like they could have had multiple supply sources that they were feeding from. Refusing to face themselves. Very childish behavior. You could have kicked this person out because of how toxic they were. And then they would expose themselves. Their dark side would be exposed to you, to where you could see this person for who they truly were. And then your world started crumbling down. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. This person, you could have had some codependent energy with this person. It's hard to break out of the cycle of codependency. Okay, let's draw from this stuff. Clarify toxic. We have harmony. So this person was so toxic, but they could have acted like they were your dream come true with all this love bombing, getting the love you want. We worked so well together, being in tune and building this deep trust, and then all they were doing was fuckery behind the scenes. You could have had fun with this person. It was a vicious circle that just kept happening. It was a no-win situation. It was the pattern of the relationship issues and the bad habits. This person would love bomb. And then here that we are with the dark side. They'd be watching you. They'd be seeing how you would react to what they were doing. They were obsessed with you, stalking you on social media, and they can't let go. Underexposed, we've got hiding lies. So their lies came out. They could have thought that you were too fragile to deal with the truth. Wrong. You're a hell of a lot stronger than they fucking give you credit for. They found out how fucking strong you are, didn't they, collective? They were covering up the truth, not telling the whole story, and made you question what's real, gaslighting you constantly. In danger of heartbreak. They knew they were going to break your heart. Under childish, we've got working, so coming back in, love bombing, hoovering you, circling back around, saying they wanted to work on the relationship. Oh, I have to work late. I'm a workaholic with an office romance here. Yep, there was cheating at work here. This person could have invited this person to their job after hours to hang out or whatever, you know, even teasing you, creating an illusion to where you couldn't see clearly, living only on dreams and believing the lies. You were needing answers because they were making you believe these lies, dangling partial truths and shifting the blame onto other things to keep you confused so that you couldn't see clearly. They were blinding you to the truth, but something in you was screaming that something was going on. Your intuition and your alarm bells were going off. This person was out wandering around, acting like they were committed to you, and then acting like they were single out here in these Karmicville streets. And they abandoned a divine being, a chosen one, an earth angel, a star seed, a light worker, however you identify. Yeah, under a drift, we've got moving. So they moved in together. They got a new home as they went away and left. For some of you, that's not going to be for everyone's energy. Could have bought a home, could have just gotten another place, could have moved in with whoever they cheated with, and this third party could have moved into their house. It looks like they're going to fucking prison. Under conquest, we have a love potion. Irresistible charm, feeling compelled to follow them, letting your heart lead, trying to do love spells with this lustful energy, could be harvesting your energy, looking at your pictures, trying to do a love spell to get you, to compel you to come back towards them. They're just faking it, not being genuine, keeping their appearances and living beyond their means. Could have been giving tokens of affection, necklaces, jewelry. Wow. And then boom, they just put up boundaries, blocked you, cut off contact as they just left and walked away, saying goodbye, breaking the cycle and moving on to better things. They wanted you to be jealous. This person's jealous of you, and they're jealous that you're in this rising star energy. It's got them in their emotions, and they're triggered because what's going on with this third party looks like the pathway is leading to jail, and they abandoned the pathway that led to divinity. They could have had addictions. They're obsessed, wanting too much with unhealthy habits. They were fleeting in their feelings. They were just constantly leaving you, wondering when you might get married, or if you were going to get engaged, or if the commitment was going to go to another level, or if it was just going to stay stuck and stagnant in where it was, feeling disconnected because they had closed off their emotions over here. And you just had to let this person stay away so that you could heal. Releasing that emotional baggage and clearing the space so that you could heal. This person, when they put an ending and left to get away, to go towards this third party energy here, they trapped themselves in this. They created a permanent ending with you. Your life crumbled into pieces, and it was very hard to fucking pick those pieces up and put yourself back together because of how bad they hurt you. This person is a son of a bitch. They're a motherfucker. Okay, let's draw from this stuff. They built up your trust just to destroy it. And once in my life, once you destroy my trust, you ain't getting it back. Pretending to be your best friend. They're so jealous. Or their best friend was jealous of you. They're toxic as hell. It's easier to pretend everything's okay rather than confront the truth. I love that I can confide in you about anything. You've been so supportive, and I'm fortunate to have you in my life. So they could have been telling you stories. Who knows if they were, some of them could have even been made up stories is what I'm hearing, just to try to get you to like, like be all into them and like you wanted to just help heal them. I get jealous because I'm struggling with my own insecurities. This person was very childish, immature, and insecure. They were in competition with you. It's a vicious circle. Could have been this person's crush, and then they lose interest easy. It's hard to keep this person's attention. I just don't feel the same way anymore. This person, the more they close their emotions off to you, you could have been in this energy to where you were losing interest. Getting tired of this energy. You were seeing the cycle, you were seeing the love bombing, you were seeing the abuse, and then the come in like Prince Charming to try to make it up, being all, oh no, you're my crush, you're so dreamy, and then boom, they would just emotionally detach and lose interest in you again. They could have crushed your dreams. Message me. Don't be afraid to reach out. And this is under dark side and watching you. They're obsessed with you, stalking you on social media. Don't be afraid to reach out. They could even be catfishing you online for some of you. Just to have a way to conversate. They could be messaging you through your occupation, because I was drawn to the occupation card. This person's in their dark side. Could be trying to steal their joy. Could be saying nasty things in your comments or on whatever you do on your social media. They're reading your messages. Want to see who you're talking to. They're obsessed. They can't let go. Got super likes and red flags. They could be reporting your content. You promised yourself you'd never date someone like me again. Don't go back to this person. They'll love bomb the hell out of you just to get their way back in. But the lies that they were hiding were exposed. Wow. I mean, I just said that. This person was a player. They could have really and truly been catfishing you. I'm not really who I say I am. I'm more interested in the thrill of the chase than in forming meaningful relationships. They were polyamorous with these third parties here. Somebody's going to jail. They're childish, acting like they're working or doing something, some kind of an office romance, workplace romance. I'll give you just enough attention to keep you around as a backup option. And then swipe right. They could have been on online dating apps as well. Catfishing people online, acting like they love them. Wow. Starting to fall head over heels for you. We have so much chemistry, teasing you so that you wouldn't see through the illusion, so that you couldn't see clearly, having all kinds of chemistry, laughing, having fun, and it was nothing more than a situationship. I don't think we need to label or define a relationship. This person was out roaming the streets, couldn't decide if they were going to settle down, but were acting like they loved you and wanted to do that. But all the while, they're out in this lustful energy, putting in a lot of labor and effort into their lust. Could have been PORN online with looking at photos. Some kind of an intervention is going to occur with a lustful situation. Sending mixed signals, being incompatible with this person, whoever they move towards, when they were in this adrift energy, they're incompatible with whoever they moved in together with and got a new place with after they went away. I don't mean to confuse you, but I don't know what I want right now. They're just wanting to be out experimenting with people that they know they're incompatible with. They don't care. Friends with benefit situations. I know this is new for you, and I appreciate how open-minded you could be. With this polyamorous, person could like the same sex as well. Having friends with benefits, creating arguments, and it's because this love potion's backfiring. So whatever they were trying to do to possibly get you to come back towards them, to make you vulnerable towards them, you don't have healthy conversation with this person. They're not looking for anything serious. They could say, I just want to be friends. sending mixed signals, but they're out experimenting with all kinds of situationships that they love doing. They're polyamorous. They're jealous. This person wants you to be vulnerable. Or that's how they would make you vulnerable with all the love bombing, so that you would give in to what they were doing. And they were just faking it. They were just faking it. There's no spark. You're going to say you don't feel shit for this person. The chemistry's just not there in this connection anymore. They ruined it because of how abusive they were. And you had to balance yourself out and heal. They could have made you really unstable whenever you found out that they were cheating, you know? That fucking hurts. This could have been a soulmate energy in your life. That was very toxic karmic soulmate here. This person's very immature, so slow down and stop if they try and come towards you. I wouldn't even say friend zone. I'd say no. They could try and come towards you. Can I just be friends? Just wanting to hook up with friends with benefits. And they were the one who was responsible for ghosting you, and now they could be popping back in. Oh shit, saying I'm ready. I just dropped all my cards. Okay. This was under my desk, and I didn't even know it was under there. It's from a totally different deck. So this person could have gone towards someone that was from their childhood, that they've known since they were young. Someone that they grew up with. Revisiting the past. Loving life with no worries, with a new beginning. So they were excited about what they did here, thought this was some great thing to get away from you and go towards this karmic. And no, I'm ready to find my life partner and settle down. That could have been what they did with this person. They could have gotten in a serious commitment, and there were all these secrets about them coming together, and these lies that they were hiding were exposed. And now you've got firm boundaries with this person. This person, you're going to be like, you better fucking stay the hell away from me. They're obsessed and interested in just passionate, lustful energy. I love satisfying all of your desires. It's not my fault you can't get me off your mind. But this love spell over here, this person was love struck on a fucking loser. Oh my God. Wow, Spirit. You could have been completely mind blown. I mean, this person blew your fucking mind. You were suspicious. You started looking into something. You knew something was going on. You knew you were suspicious. Feeling not able to trust a person or believe they are guilty of wrongdoing, but you don't have proof, so you started investigating and finding fucking proof. I know I sure as hell did. Do you feel like someone might be hiding something from you? Are you questioning the truthfulness of what someone is telling you? Are you keeping a close watch on someone or something, even though you don't have a good reason to do so? We've got fear here. Could have been scared of what you were going to find once you started looking. You were mind blown. Feeling astonished or flabbergasted by someone or something. Do you feel a rush of excitement throughout your body as a result of an amazing experience? Did you encounter a concept that completely shattered your existing beliefs or understanding? Are you experiencing a sense of disbelief or incredulity? I couldn't say this last time. Incredulity. Shit, I can't get this word out. I don't know why I can't say it. In response to what you have just learned or experienced. I can never say that word every time I try. I don't know why I can't get it out. It drives me crazy. Okay. Love struck on a loser. What else is going on in your spirit? What else do we need? So they could have been focused on some third-party romantic interest. They're grumpy. This person, they could have really built this person's ego up and made them feel all empowered and made them be an absolute asshole to you. They're fucking guilty for whatever this is. They're guilty. and I was drawn to imprisonment. They could be found guilty and have to go to jail for something. We got nervous. So they're nervous about something. When you feel edgy or on edge, or feeling alarmed or a little worried. Are you feeling scared or worried about something that might happen in the future? Do you feel like your heart is beating fast or your palms are sweaty? Do you feel like you're not prepared or ready for something that's coming up? They're full of fear. And if this is what's going on, yep, that's going to invoke fear for sure. They're mad because they chose wrong and now they're in a fucking mess. They could have just been acting like a best friend was their friend and they were crushing on this person, fucking around with them. Could have been same-sex energy here is what I'm feeling. They were just pretending like they were friends, and this best friend here that they were screwing around with, they were very jealous. And they were triggering this person and whispering all kinds of bullshit in their ears, doing magic, doing love spells to pull this person towards them, and it's ended up backfiring. Now obsession is going on, and these people are into it. They can't stand each other. We've got craving. When you feel a strong desire and yearning, are you experiencing a persistent and intense desire for a specific object, experience, or sensation? Do you find yourself constantly thinking about or fantasizing about the thing you are craving? Are you feeling a sense of restlessness, anticipation, or impatience as you long for the object of your craving? I'm binge watching You right now. This is like Joe on fucking You. This person is obsessed because that's exactly what they're fucking doing. Sitting here dwelling, thinking about it. And there's a deadline. They're working really hard on something. And there's a deadline that they're trying to pull off. Can't wait any longer. They're bored. And they're blaming you or blaming this karmic for pulling them away with this passion here. They're bored. They're not passionate towards this person. They were doing lust spells and love spells, and all they do is argue. They made this person vulnerable. They could have lured them in with friends with benefits so that they could experiment. Could have been swinger lifestyle going on with this polyamorous energy here. Hiding the lies. A catfish player, polyamorous person was hiding lies and it's being exposed. That's the row. They could have been meeting people that they were finding online to hook up with. They don't feel invested in this anymore. They were once very passionate about it and determined to engage in this particular activity. They had a lot of excitement and enthusiasm about it. They were fucking pumped. And now they're bored with it. They don't like it. They're shifting the blame and blaming someone or something else for their own fucking problems here that need to be dealt with. This person's very triggered. They could have gotten caught in the act in the fall doing something. I'm even hearing indecent exposure is what I just heard. Someone could have even got caught doing something that they shouldn't have been doing out in public. They're terrified because of something that's going on here. They're full of fear. They're scared or afraid of something specific. Feel like they're in danger or that something bad is going to happen. Feeling like they can't move or take action because of the intense fear that's being experienced. They're disappointed in what they've done. They could be scared of this karmic here doing something. They could have something that they're holding over their head. Could even be like, violence here. They're scared because they were trying to hide all these lies. They're scared that all this is getting exposed. And they've definitely have been cracking down on this catfishing energy because of how dangerous it's becoming. Someone's very disappointed. They feel let down and because they were hoping that something was going to happen. They were expecting it, and their expectations weren't met about something that they were trying to do here. From here, someone's credit could be bad. They could have racked up a lot of debt. Someone could have lost their job, could be unemployed. Someone could have lost their job because of something that some kind of relationship that could have been causing problems in the workplace. A thug here popped a question to someone, or they popped a question to a thug. They ignored the red flags. This person could have gotten arrested. They've been getting readings, could be using divination. Somebody's going to be getting shocking news, and it could be with secret accounts. And swipe right here. Bumping heads with this person, and the cycle closed out. There were too many arguments. You had to move on and let go so that you could be free from this energy. It was a love-hate relationship because that's what narcissists do. So you just started loving yourself. Now you're in this rising star energy. This person's getting readings because they're in massive regret. It's shocking news to this person that it's too fucking late. They've been out of time. This was a karmic relationship that you had a karmic tie and soul bond here, closing the cycle to this sex addict who was always running and fleeting, living in the moment. You got fed up with this person, sending love messages, trying to romance people. Now they're ashamed, they're embarrassed. You rejected this energy. They can't handle your rejection. They know they're in the wrong. They know it's too fucking late. They're embarrassed. They've got legal matters. Be glad you rejected this person. This could have been a fallen twin or a fallen soulmate here for some of you. Divine feminine, divine masculine. This person turned their back on you. Could come towards you saying, I miss you. But you've seen this person's true colors. You're not going to play this game again. These secrets are getting ready to create a lot of fucking drama. There's going to be a firestorm. Some shit's getting ready to happen, and somebody's going to have a mental breakdown because there's permanent endings that are going on. This person walked away with no closure. They left you unread with no contact, and they left you hanging. You just start divine feminine, divine masculine. You just started working on your healing journey and enhancing your spiritual gifts. This person was reckless with their love and their sex and their feelings. They were coping with toxic addictions, could have had a drinking problem, and then they would sweet talk you like they loved you so much with this love bombing, but in their mind they were happily single, out running around in these Karmicville streets. Okay, and now you're happily single, and don't let this person trap you with trying to recycle memories to get you to be 43 on the clock, to get you to be nostalgic with them, trying to bring up good times. Don't let them lure you back in that way. This person could have literally had a love child for some of you. It's not going to be for everyone. Losing sleep, worried, replaying the events over and over in their mind, thinking about you. Yeah, they definitely could have gotten someone pregnant. Whatever they were wishing for, looks like they got it. We've got the police station. These people could literally be going to jail. They're going to have to learn a harsh karmic lesson for stabbing you in the back. Whenever they were promising to love you, this person could have given you a ring for some of you. They cheated, they were deceptive, they love bombed you, they played mind games, and it was very painful. This person could have pressured them into a marriage to where they got married really fast with whoever they had this love child with, or just children. There could be a funeral on the split. Someone could pass away. Okay. Well, the level of deception in this relationship is absolutely disgusting. So these lies, they're going to be exposed. Whatever they're hiding, catfishing, being a player, and polyamorous, it's all coming out. It's going to be exposed. What do we need from here? We got shield. You need to defend yourself. And it landed right on lust and work, labor, and efforts. You could have had to defend yourself in a work situation. This person could have caused problems for you at your job, for some of you, because it's landing right in the middle of occupation, lust, sweetheart, work, labor, and efforts. And the separation and pregnancy with the deadline and reminiscing. This one keeps wanting to come off. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. You're in a caterpillar stage. You're going to turn into this beautiful butterfly. Having to shield and protect yourself and defend yourself from this person or this situation. We have a dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with a dark complexion or dark hair. February could be significant. We've got temporary problems. Honor and respect will come to you. You will wear your crown. Or your halo. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Yeah. This immature, childish idiot here on my table. July could be significant. April could be significant. They're mad because you're in rising star energy, climbing towards success. You will be playing a different role. Yeah, this person, you're not the same person that you were when this person left. You've grown so much since then. You're unrecognizable to this karmic here. Yeah, they have unsuccessful plans that are going to be happening. If they were doing knot spells and binding magic, trying to bind you to them with these love potions over here, it's not fucking working. And I'm just seeing the ladder here is like Jacob's ladder, which would represent the spinal column. So we're trying to affect your chakras. A chain of events that will affect your life. This person could have really affected your life regarding some kind of family matters that you had with this person. Keep your scales balanced. Keep your life in balance. This person could have thrown your life out of balance. And you just only want your peace and your harmony, and you're not going to let these demons come in and steal your fucking joy. You're sitting with your crown on your throne in a position of authority in your life. And you're not going to let this person come back towards you and fuck your world up. You definitely closed your emotions off towards this person. You don't want anything to do with them. Heartache over what you no longer have. But the spear just came out. It's like a pitchfork. So some kind of demon stole them away. That's all right. It's less demon here. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Don't give up. You've got to keep going. You're going to get through it. Slowly but surely getting ahead. It takes time to repair after something like this because it's a big deal. A broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. So there's the breakup there. Time to get out of a situation. So this person's trying, like you had to get away from this, and this person could be trying to create an exit strategy with karmic masculine, third party situation and abandonment, false narrative and occupations with lust and conflict, and then getting readings about it. Creating problems in the workplace, saying this person's a hoe, they're could have been out cheating, screwing around. Hidden secrets can harm you. Yep, we've got a skull here. These hidden lies, these hidden secrets, they're coming out. sorrow over a loss with a wreath. And I'm just even seeing that as like for a funeral. Oh, wow. There could literally be a death here. We have a casket underneath this. I was a florist. I used to make wreaths, you know, and put them on easels to put it beside the casket. Or for an urn, to put around the urn, a pretty wreath. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Do not be careful and do not take risks. Pay attention to your work. Don't let this person come towards you and affect what you've built, and affect your finances, and affect your stability and security in your rising star energy here. This person could have distracted you and affected your money. They could be trying to make it to where they're stalking you on your social media. Could be trying to flag your content and cause problems in your comments. For some of you, you just take that how it resonates. Okay, let's clarify imprisonment, and we're gonna close out. Something could happen at some kind of an event, and 911 could have to be called. Someone could be a cashier. Something could happen in the workplace. Retaliation. They're spiritually bankrupt. Over here, they're experiencing harsh karma right now. You're being seen as a leader, and they don't like that. You cut them off. You cut them out of your energy. You're holding them accountable for what the fuck they've done. Their sacral chakra is blocked. Sexual dysfunction, addiction, lethargy, a fear of emotional and sexual intimacy, and guilt. You cut them off, and you're holding them accountable for the choices that they made. They're stuck and they're scared now. Oh well, it's their problem. Trying to block your intuition so you don't know what's going on. They're in ultimate ruin because of this new beginning that they created with this third-party karmic here. And now they're obsessed. Just do your spiritual cleansing to make sure you get this person away. These demons sending psychic attacks. They're jealous of your spiritual gifts and your power. Something could be going on in probate court for some of you. We have a Libra, Scorpio cusp. That could be significant, committed crimes against you. They're going to be convicted of whatever these crimes are. Could be dealing with a cult or a coven. The karmic's scared and panicking now because they're going to get convicted. They're going to prison. Out for revenge because you cut them off. They cut you off, and then they're mad because you wouldn't let this narcissist come back in and drain you fucking dry. They could have gotten set up by an undercover agent, officer, or detective. They're full of grief about what's going to happen with their kids. Why else are they going to prison? Clarify a little bit more. They're jealous of you. They're pretending like they're not. They're mad. They had no clue that you were so strong and how protected you are. We have the 10th house involving the social status. It's about father, career, authority, profession, reputation, government, achievements, and the public you. It's ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. They had no clue that you were so strong. Someone could need bond money because of documents, and it could have to do with a life insurance policy. They could have put a life insurance policy to collect off your death. This person's fucking possessed. They paid a practitioner with this childish behavior and this dark energy. It's what's on my table right now. The dark side with childish. And they got caught red-handed. So they got caught red-handed. But you could have caught this person red-handed, or they got caught around the fall with a third party that's landed them in jail because of this childish behavior. It was risky and dangerous. Wow, they took a risk whenever they went to visit someone, and they lied with a false narrative. And that's where the gift is involved here. They could have lied to a practitioner. It was urgent. They could have gotten a cult involved to do something here. Something stolen. Wow. They could have been doing sex magic with this cult here, with this lustful energy and work, putting in a lot of effort and hard labor to have this lustful energy. Gotta work hard at all this sex. Good God, what am I tapped into? Harassment. This person was harassing you, taking secret trips to harass you. They wanted to block your intuition. We've got the Chinese zodiac sign of the dragon. Could be the year of your birth, someone involved, or a year that something significant occurred. 2024, something significant could have happened then. Last year. Trying to catch you off guard. Someone could have had problems, substance abuse problems. We have a warlock that was trying to sabotage you and destroy you, creating illusions and confusion, giving and receiving an illness. The archangels and ascended masters protect you at all times. This fallen twin flame or fallen soulmate is very low vibrational in the dark side of their energy. It could have been trying to set you up to frame you, but we've got a judge that's not corrupt if you have to face this person in court. Alabama could be significant. They have the intent to cause harm towards you. A disaster related to a fire or explosion. Trying to destroy evidence, and they could have created a fire to burn something. You can't trust them. Some kind of an unexpected event, and an event was the very first card that came out, and some kind of unexpected event. They could take retaliation at an event, and 911 could have to be called. You can't trust them. They could call you. We have a truck driver that could be involved. This person's very unhealed childhood trauma is coming through. They're triggered. They were abusive towards you. They could have been abused. They're raged out with anger, at war with a cult or coven, spiritual warfare. This dark coven is being divinely stomped out by the Most High. You have ancestral protection. These people are sinister and evil, and they made you a target. They have the intent to cause harm, raged out in anger. Someone could end up on the psych ward. Someone could be a smoker. Someone could be a musician. Could have put someone on the dark web. Somebody's could get 10 years in prison here. They could have to see a psychologist. They all voted on it to get a loan approved. Reporting back to someone, they voted on it. Age 25 to or 18 to 25. Somebody's a pervert in this energy. We could even have a pedo here. Okay, let's roll the dice and we're going to close out. We've got Aquarius, Aries, triple Aries, and Virgo. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Aries. We'll do it one more time. Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Alright guys, so this is going to be our reading. You just take this how it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. Only take what resonates with you. This is a warning. If this person tries to come back towards you, just please use your discernment. Please don't put yourself back into a bad karmic cycle, which is a no-win situation. I love you guys so much. I hope that you'll hit that like and subscribe button for me. Thank you for all my viewers. Thank you for everything that you do, your donations, your love, and your support. Little sweet Evie Pie. Evie Pooh and I, we love you guys. She's Becky sleeping. Bless her heart. I had to take her to the vet the other day because she just needed like her annual checkup and her nails trimmed and stuff. And they had to update her shots and stuff. So she didn't feel good for a couple of days. But she's starting to feel better now. We love you guys. Thank you all so much. Bye, Collective.